How to read notes. Hello and welcome to this basic music theory lesson with yours truly, Manchas Kazaba of the Piano Keyboard Guide YouTube channel. In this lesson, you will learn how to read notes on the musical staff. This lesson is perfect for the beginner or someone in search of a quick refresher. The staff. When it comes to reading notes or sheet music, an important first step is to understand the musical staff. Music is written on a staff. A staff consists of 5 lines and 4 spaces. Here's an example of a staff. Do you see the 5 lines and 4 spaces? Wonderful. The lines and spaces are named after the first 7 letters of the alphabet: A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. The lines and spaces are counted from bottom to top. The lowest line is line 1, while the highest line is line 5. The lowest space is space 1, while the last one at the top is space 4. There are 2 clefs that you should know about. They are the treble clef and the bass clef. The treble clef. Firstly, we will learn about the treble clef. Take a look at the sign for the treble clef. It is also known as the G clef. The second line of the treble clef is known as the G line. In fact, many people call the treble clef the G clef because part of it circles the G line. What are the notes of the treble clef? Here's a diagram showing notes on the treble clef. You will notice that the lines are named E, G, B, D, F. E, G, B, D, F. One way to remember these letters is by the phrase, "Every good boy deserves fudge." Or some people prefer, "Every good boy does fine." How about the spaces of the treble clef? The spaces spell the word face. F-A-C-E. F-A-C-E. The bass clef. Next, in this lesson on how to read piano notes, we will learn about the bass clef. Take a look at this bass clef. The bass clef is also called the F clef. The 4th line of the bass clef is the F line. One reason it is called the F clef is because of the 2 dots placed on either side of the F line. Once you know this line, it is very easy to figure out the other notes of the bass clef. What are these notes? Here's a diagram showing the notes of the bass clef. The lines on the bass clef are named G, B, D, F, A. G, B, D, F, A. One way to remember these notes is by the sentence, "Good boys do fine always." Another popular one is, "Good boys deserve fudge always." Is that true? Let's now learn the letter names of the spaces of the bass clef. Take a look at the diagram showing the spaces of the bass clef. They are A, C, E, G. A, C, E, G. One way to remember these piano note names is by the sentence, "All cars eat gas." To recap, treble clef line notes from bottom to top are E, G, B, D, F. Treble clef space notes from bottom to top are F, A, C, E. Bass clef line notes from bottom to top are G, B, D, F, A. Bass clef space notes from bottom to top are A, C, E, G. Between the treble clef and bass clef, we have the note middle C. Ledger lines. Next, we're going to take a look at ledger lines. Ledger lines are short lines placed above and below the musical staff. They are used to notate pitches above or below the lines and spaces of the regular musical staff. Here are examples of ledger lines on the treble and bass clef. Take a look at these diagrams. The grand staff. The grand staff is formed by combining the treble clef and bass clef with an added ledger line middle C. A perpendicular line and bracket, known as a brace, joins the two staves, plural for staff, together. So a perpendicular line and bracket joins the two staves together. How do you know what notes to play on the piano and with what hand to play them? Take a look at middle C in this diagram. It is at the center of the bass and treble clef. Every note from middle C upwards, including the notes on the treble clef, is usually played with the right hand. Every note below middle C and on the bass clef is usually played with the left hand. Identifying piano notes on the grand staff. This diagram shows you how the notes on your piano correspond to the bass and treble clef. Practice learning how to read music with this piano keyboard and grand staff diagram. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, be sure to click the like button, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things that they do on YouTube. By the way, be sure to check out my book, How to Read Music Fast. It's available at Amazon.com. It's also available on Udemy.com in course format. It will help you take your playing, your reading to the next level. How to Read Music Fast by Manchas Casabo. Thank you so much for watching and all the best.